Good afternoon, scholars. This is Ms. Blaze, and today I'm going to show you how to complete your physical education activity log for Mr. Bayona. As you can see, I am on Mr. Bayona's Google Classroom. And right now, I'm under the Stream tab, but I don't want to be in the Stream tab, scholars. I want to be under Classwork. So I'm going to click on Classwork. I'm going to click on Classwork, and as you can see, when I click on the activity log is right here. It says Physical Education Activity Log. I'm going to click on it. And right now, the activity log is loaded. However, Mr. Bayona has not given me authorization to write on his form, which is a good idea because he has a lot of students and all the students have to complete this form. So I'm going to have to make my own copy. So I'm going to go over to File, make a copy, and I'm going to name this my name, Ms. Blaze PE log. That way, when Mr. Bayona gets this form, he'll know who's for the form for. So once again, let me do that one more time so you know what I'm doing. File, make a copy. I'm going to give it my name, title it PE log for Mr. Bayona, so he knows who the log belongs to, and I'm going to click OK. Once I click OK, you will see that the activity log will open here. And it already says my name up here, which is good, so that when Mr. Bayona gets the log, he'll see it's from me. So, but I'm still going to put my name on my paper because that's what we've learned since the beginning of school, to always put our name on our paper so Mr. Bayona knows whose this is. And since I'm not a student, I'm just pretending to be a student, you would write your homeroom teacher's name, but I'm going to write Mr. Bayona's name here. So I'm going to pretend that I'm in Mr. Bayona's class. Okay, so now I have my name on the paper and I have my homeroom teacher. So then Mr. Bayona is asking me for the week of May 25th, what activities did I do? So I'm going to say, okay, I walked in the park. That's one thing I did. Maybe I did 25 jumping jacks. I played baseball with my brother. Maybe I rode my bike. Okay, so now I have 4 activities. And I'm going to tell Mr. Bayona how long I did each activity. So for the first one, I am going to write, maybe I walked for 60 minutes. I walked for 60 minutes, right? For the second one, the 2 jumping jacks, it took me 5 minutes to do the jumping jacks. I played baseball with my brother. Maybe I played baseball with my brother for 30 minutes. And I really like riding my bike. So I did 45 minutes of bike riding. So now here I have the time for Mr. Bayona. But he's also asking me to put my parents' initials. So I have to show this form to my parents. I just can't hand it in and say I did it. My mom and my dad has to say that I did it too. So my dad would put his initials. And then me as a student, I would say, yeah, Mr. Bayona, I did my work. I would put my initials. So here I have my activity log. Everything is complete. But now I have to hand it in. So how do I hand it in? I got to go back to Google Classroom. I'm going to go back to Google Classroom and I'm going to be under classwork again. So I'm going to click on classwork in Google Classroom. I'm going to click where it says activity log. And here I'm going to click on view assignment. So now I'm at the view assignment, okay? So because I made a copy, Mr. Bayona will not normally see my sheet, but I want to hand it in to him. So do you see where it says here, your work, and it says add or create? I'm going to click add or create. I'm going to look in my Google Drive because I just created it in my Google Drive. I'm going to click on my Google Drive. And then you should see it says Ms. Blaze PE log right here. It's right there, the one that I just completed. I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to add it. So now the document is asking me, are you sure you want to turn it in? I'm going to say, sure. Here I've attached my document and I want to turn my document in. And it's going to say, Ms. Blaze, are you sure you want to turn it in? I'm going to say, yes, I'm done with my log. My parents have initialed it. I completed it correctly. I'm going to turn it into Mr. Bayona. So now, if I were to go back to Google Classroom under classwork, do you see how it says it's turned in? And if Mr. Bayona were to go in and check my log, he would see, here is my work with the physical activities that I did for today or this week and the number of hours I did with my parents' initials. This is what Mr. Bayona is looking for. I hope this helps. And if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay then, scholars.